I'm glad to see we coordinated our colors.
I know, yeah.
Got the memo.
Welcome to another episode of Wedding Tip Wednesdays. I'm Joel with A Final Take Films and DJ, and I'm here with Brandi with A View Venues. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So tell me first of all, so A View Venues, you guys actually have 3 venues that you guys book for. So we're currently here at A View on State, which is one of my favorite venues to be at. You've got such great options here. You also have A View in Fontanelle, and then A View on State, or sorry, A View West. A View West is actually moving to A View West Shore. So tell me a little bit about that.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited. So we own our 2 buildings right here, A View on State and A View in Fontanelle Hills. So we can listen to what the clients want, we can change things around, we can follow trends. It's really important for us to be able to do that. A View West, we don't own the building. So we are really locked in and at what the landlords will allow us to do. So our lease is coming due. And we have decided to make the big move and build another venue, a little bit larger yet, even than A View on State, on the lake, waterfront, and call it A View West Shores. So it's a very easy move for us to make. And we are on track, on schedule to open in, we'll have our keys and have everything ready for April, but we aren't booking anything until May.
Gives you a little bit of that padding just in case. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We're comfortable, but we want to make sure our clients are comfortable.
Absolutely, yes. Well, perfect. Well, A View Venues, you guys have always been awesome to work with. Just from the staffing point of view, the venues are beautiful. Just everything from start to finish has always just been on point, which is, you guys truly are a premier wedding brand. So
we appreciate that. And you know, the thing that's nice is all of our venues are so different. You know, the big thing is we want every client, every bride, every groom, every couple to be special and unique.
But when you're talking to a potential client, a potential bride, or someone looking to book the venue, what's a question they should be asking?
Sure. I would say probably the most important question any person, any part of the couple could ask themselves is, can I see myself? Now, you can finish it however you want. Can I see myself here? Can I see myself working with the staff? Can I see myself falling in love? You know, if you can't see yourself, then that venue isn't a right fit. I don't care whose venue it is.
Yeah.
It is your space. And if you can't see yourself, there's nothing you can do.
Absolutely.
All the money in the world isn't going to rebuild that space to be what you can see.
Yeah. Well, perfect. So tell me a little bit about kind of what you guys do, kind of your process when someone comes in and books the venue, kind of your planning process with a couple. How does that work?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. So we are very different than most places. Our staff we have 9 full-time staff members now. This is what we do. So when a client reaches out to us, even at the very beginning, we start educating them. By the time they're in our space, they have all of the knowledge they need to make that decision. And that's really what's most important. So when they've come into this space, now it goes back to that first question, can I see? You know, can I see myself in here? Because if you walk in and you're like, there's no reason you shouldn't be signing the contract at that point. Because our planning process starts right away. We are full and comprehensive with everything we do. So we don't just say, okay, here's a space, good luck. There's flows to the room, there's styles, there's decors, there's vendor recommendations. I mean, hello, you guys are one of our A-team choices, but that's why we do that. We assemble an A-team. You know, I don't get anything from you other than the fact that I know that our client is going to be taken care of.
Absolutely.
And you're going to make us look amazing, just like you make them look amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So our process is very, very comprehensive, right down to the smallest little detail that they don't think of. That's our job, you know, to make sure that their day is perfect. And that's how we get there.
Love it. If you could give one tip to couples out there planning a wedding, what would that one tip be?
Don't wait. Don't wait.
Yeah.
You know, if we're your end goal, then let us help you get to your end goal. If you love our space, then why wouldn't you book it right away? Why would you want to take your second choice?
And especially right now. I mean, right now you've got so many couples because 2020 weddings, because of all the uncertainty with everything going on, so many couples are already pushing back to 2021 and even 2022. And so you have your usual number of people booking on top of everyone for 2020. I mean, it's a good time if you want to book a venue, get it done now.
Yes, and you brought up a really good point. And when you ask me what people should ask, what the question people should ask, I'm talking, can I see myself here? But if you want to get down to it, you really need to know a lot about your venue. We've been in business for 13 years. You're talking to the owner of the venue.
Yes.
We own our spaces. We will be here next year and 2022 and 2023.
And which also brings up a good point that, I mean, you guys are experienced. You've been around. You guys are here to stay. How many venues over the past couple of years have had issues or closed or shut their doors all of a sudden? You guys are here to stay.
Well, I would like to say we are the longest individually owned venue in the entire Omaha area. There's venues that have been around maybe as long, but they're not owned by the same people. They're not managed by the same people. If you look back at the website, I don't even know we had websites when I opened. I've been around that long, but I know we didn't have Pinterest. My name was associated with it. And every client, even with this COVID, I have been on the phone with every single client that has had any questions or concerns to reassure them, give them my personal cell phone number. We care.
So let's talk a little bit about the 3 different venues you have then. So what is the capacity of View in Fontenelle?
Sure, so View in Fontenelle Hills has 2 levels. So it's a very unique space. Our occupancy that's actually a really good question because if you were to look at the plaques on our walls, what the fire marshal says I can put in my space and what I tell you I can put in my space are 2 totally different numbers. And we do that because the fire marshal says I can get a lot more people in here than I really can.
It's really comfortably seated.
Right. Yes. Do you want a dance floor? Right. Do you want to move? Do you want social distancing?
Or let's just be crushed in here like sardines.
Perfect. So if you came to me and asked me, Fontenelle Hills on its main floor can seat 200, and the use of both floors, we can go up to 320 altogether.
Okay.
Our State Street location, we can go, our smallest event usually will be about that 60, 70 person in our Willow room.
Okay.
We have 2 larger rooms that we can go up to 320, and then you can start combining all the rooms. And so really the maximum occupancy we could comfortably handle with a dance floor, we would say would be about 700 here. And then West Shores is going to follow that same exact thing, except for they will be about 150 people larger than that.
Okay.
So, we can really accommodate about any size wedding. If you've hit that 1,000-person event, we're probably not a good fit. But anything less than that, we would absolutely, be more than able to take care of.
And you've got outdoor ceremony pads or ceremony areas for all 3 locations as well.
And I do want to point out, even though we can host more than one event at our spaces, everything is completely individual. So when you walk into the room that you have booked, you are going to have your own set of restrooms, your own set of lounges, you're going to have your own front entry, your own patio, your own deck. Each wedding in itself, each client gets their own event producer that is there within and it's the same person the entire day. So they get there a little before noon when our doors open, and they're there past midnight when we close. But between the catering staff that we work with and with our own staff, we are staffed about 1 per 25. So the guests have the utmost care taken for them.
When someone does book the venue, like standard package, what's all included with that package?
Everything. No, we have done so many different models since we've opened. Has it just the room only, tables and chairs, linens? We have found our clients want to really just know that number. At the end of the day, what am I looking at to have everything I want? So our package is that way. We only have one package. It is the venue, your lighting, your china, your linens, your sashes, your runners, your coordinator, your security guard. And there's times like, well, we don't want this and we don't want that. And like, once again, still do a spreadsheet, because at the end of the day, we will most likely be at the same or sometimes even less than if you added all those things together. It makes your budgeting process so easy to already know that it's included and that you get it. And once again, when you walk in, the way that when you're touring our space, that is what your room is going to look like when you walk in the door. And that is important. So you still get that aha moment. You're not walking into a mess, and then you never get to enjoy that. So we pride ourselves in that.
Well, Brandi, I want to thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining our series. If someone wanted to get in touch with you guys, how would they get in touch with you?
Sure. Well, first of all, you would Google A-View Venues, and we would be popping up first on the list. But otherwise, it is simple. A-View Venues, plural, with an S, .com, or our number, 402-933-2929, which you can call or you can text, and whatever is easiest for you to get a hold of us.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great day.